to another video. I am your host, Matt Talk Sports. And let me cut it simple. The NFC North has become the best division in the NFL. And first, let's start off with the Chicago Bears. And obviously, they had the number one pick due to a trade with the Carolina Panthers in previous years. And for some reason, or somehow, I should put it, Rome Odunze fell to the Chicago Bears. So now they have a great wide receiver core and a phenomenal quarterback. I'd put it as a generational talent quarterback. All right, and let's take a look at this wide receiver core because you have Keenan Allen, DJ Moore, and now you have Rome Odunze to that amazing wide receiver core, and you have addressed that quarterback issue as you traded Justin Fields to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And also during this draft, they also addressed some defensive issues as the Chicago Bears defense was, I'd say, horrendous this season. I mean, sometimes they showed good defense, and they put up tough fights. But it was mostly the offense carrying, and that's the reason why they missed the playoffs, in my opinion. But now that they've essentially fixed all these issues in one draft, the Chicago Bears have become basically a playoff contender. I wouldn't be surprised if they get the number 5 seed. I know they're definitely going to make the wild card. And they might win the division, but that's also up for grabs. And so moving on to another team that has almost fixed all their issues in this draft, you take a look at the Minnesota Vikings. Okay, so the Minnesota Vikings, they drafted J.J. McCarthy. They traded up with the Jets, so they got the number 10 pick. They got J.J. McCarthy, so they got their main man. Okay, and then they traded up again for the 17th overall pick to get Dallas Turner. And they definitely need Dallas Turner. J.J. McCarthy, he will be absolutely goated on this Vikings roster. As like I said, they've basically rebuilt the whole team during this draft, addressed some issues on the defense. This offense is looking great, okay, because you have J.J. McCarthy. Obviously, he won the Natty this year. And then you have Aaron Jones, a great running back. And this is coming from a Packers fan, by the way. Great running back. You have Jay Jettis and Jordan Addison. Obviously, Jordan Addison going into his second year as, I'd say, a breakout rookie. So this Minnesota Vikings team is definitely looking very good as of right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Minnesota Vikings make the playoffs. Basically, I'd say this whole division might make the playoffs. At one point, I think they will be all in the playoff picture. Anyways, moving on to the next team, which is the Green Bay Packers. Now, the Green Bay Packers obviously addressing some pretty big issues on that offensive, defensive, and basically the whole defense. They've really rebuilt their defense during this draft, and specifically their secondary, obviously getting a lot of safeties. They got Javon Bullard, and they got Sky, his last name's King. I forgot his name. But you get the picture. We got a corner, we got like 3 safeties. And so this team, this secondary should be pretty good heading into this next season, because they've fixed major holes like that safety position. Obviously, you got Xavier McKinney in free agency, but you also need another safety, just for backup. And that's how it is for all the teams. So they got an absolute steal in Javon Bullard. And then they got some linebackers, which were, I would say, needed, but not desperately needed, like that safety position. And they also got some defensive line. They also got some offensive line to protect Jordan Love. So I like that decision. And so a lot of protection for Jordan Love. That defense will be good with the new defensive coordinator. So you shouldn't be surprised if the Packers win the division or make the playoffs. And moving on to this next team, you have the Detroit Lions, obviously winning the NFC North this past year and making it to the NFC Championship. And this team has already been good. Obviously, you have Jared Goff, you have Amon-Ra St. Brown, you have Jahmyr Gibbs, all really good guys on that offense, and they didn't really have too many holes on that defense. Obviously, that defense collapsed in the NFC Championship, but this team has just been good from the get-go, I'd say. I do not expect any drop-offs or any major drop-offs from this team, because this team was already really good this year. Obviously, they have an amazing head coach in Dan Campbell, so I think they can just keep that up. I think they got some absolute studs in the draft, and I think they will be, pretty good next year still. I think this NFC North, it will definitely be a dogfight in this division. And so that's why the NFC North is the best division in the NFL currently. If you guys enjoyed, please like and subscribe. It'll boost my channel. Thanks for watching, and peace.